In this video, I will discuss about DynamoDB. So before that, we'll try to understand what is traditional SQL and NoSQL. So traditional SQL is suitable only for the scale-up operation. When the data is growing in a scale-up manner, then only the traditional SQL is suitable. So NoSQL stands for not only SQL. So when the data is growing in a scale-out manner, then we go for the NoSQL databases. So let us try to understand further. So what are the examples for the NoSQL database? We have Cassandra, MarkLogic, Amazon DynamoDB, Couchbase and MongoDB. So what are the features for the DynamoDB? So first one is fully managed by AWS. So you do not have to worry about creating the database and taking the backup, recovering the in case of any failures. And second one is like having predictable and controlled performance. And third one is like it is highly scalable, so you can grow if the database is growing. You do not have to worry about that. And the fourth one is like fast and flexible, so it is faster and also you can adjust to the changing needs. So access control is nothing but we can give only some set of users the permission to access the database. And fault tolerance. Fault tolerance is nothing but it is in case of any errors happens, we can able to overcome the errors and it can recover from the errors. I integrated with other AWS services, so and it is suitable for the read heavy applications, and it's having the high availability. So these are some of the features for the DynamoDB. So what are the core components? So first one is like tables, second is items, third one is attributes. So let us try to understand this further. So table consists of items, as you can see over here, and we have partition key and sort key. So both these keys are called as a primary key. So primary key uniquely identifies a record. So here the primary key can be only consist of partition key, or it can be consisting of both partition key as well as the sort key. And the attributes are the product ID and the type are nothing but the attributes over here. So you can define as many attributes you want. So this is the examples for the DynamoDB. So let us try to understand this further. So what is the primary key? So here we have a partition key and the partition key and sort key. So sometimes the primary key can only be the partition key, and sometimes it can be the combination of both the things, partition key as well as the sort key. So what is secondary index? So we have a global secondary index and local secondary index. So global secondary index is nothing but it has a different partition key and the different sort key. In case of local secondary index, what happens is we have the same partition key but we have a different sort key. So let us try to understand this further. So here in this particular case we can see that A2 is a partition key and A1 is the sort key. So here we have different partition keys and sort keys. So here A5 is partition and A4 is sort key. A4 is partition and A5 is sort key. So the partition and the sort key is changing in every tables. So here the base table we have different, and in the GSIs are different. So this is called as a global secondary index. And local secondary index, what happens is the partition key has remained the same, but only the sort key is going to be changed. So this is called as a local secondary index. We have two types of read consistency. One is like having consistent reads and strongly consistent reads. So what happens in case of eventually consistent reads? So it is faster, and in this particular case we have chances that we can read the stale data, because the recent write operation has to be updated in 3 availability zones. So in this particular case it is not going to wait till the data is up to date. So in case of eventually consistent reads, we may end up reading the stale data, and it is faster compared to the strongly consistent reads. So in case of strongly consistent read, the DynamoDB is going to wait till the recent write operation is completed. So therefore it is slower and the latency is more in case of the strongly consistent reads. So this is the DynamoDB pricing and free tier. And in the free tier we get 25 GB of free storage and 25 reads per second and 25 writes per second. So beyond that we will be charged as per the as per the given over here.